the high numbers of civilian casualties and the extent of destruction caused to civilian infrastructure continue to raise significant concerns that attacks conducted by Russian armed forces are not complying with IHL law. While on the much lower scale, it also appears likely that Ukrainian armed forces did not fully comply with IHL in eastern parts of the country. While we have yet to be provided with access to territory occupied by Russian armed forces, we document violations of international human rights law and international humanitarian law committed by all parties, and we remain fully committed to monitoring the human rights situations across the entire territory of Ukraine. Most of the documented civilian casualties were caused by the use of explosive weapons in populated areas. Shelling from heavy artillery, such as multiple launch rocket systems and missile and airstrikes, including weapons that can carry cluster munitions, were used repeatedly. Concerns persist about unlawful killings, including summary executions. Growing evidence gives my office reasonable ground to believe that serious violations of international humanitarian law in this regard have been committed by Russian armed forces. As of 15 of May 2022, over 1,200 civilian bodies have been recovered in Kyiv region alone. My team has verified 28 cases of conflict-related sexual violence, including cases of rape, gang rape, torture, forced public stripping, and threats of sexual violence. The majority of cases were committed in areas controlled by Russian armed forces, but there were also cases committed in government-controlled areas. In Crimea, new legislation is curtailing the already limited space to express dissenting opinions. 41 cases of prosecution of Crimea residents for discrediting or calling for obstruction of Russian armed forces are documented.
Russia's occupation of Crimea in 2014 and today's full-scale war against Ukraine are a part of one chain of events. They are a total disregard for international law and human rights. Justice can be restored only through accountability for the perpetrators of these crimes and full restoration of the territorial integrity of my country. We call upon the international community to work hard towards these goals.
Вынуждены признать, что ВКПЧ окончательно не извело свою роль до инструмента по обслуживанию интересов отдельной группы государств. Тональность и содержание доклада свидетельствуют о том, что он является частью дезинформационной кампании в отношении России, тиражированием лжи, манипулированием общественным мнением, в том числе для оправдания накачивания киевского режима вооружением, используемым против мирных жителей ДНР и ЛНР.
and Luhansk People's Republics.